Attention! Hi, it's me. The Minecraft 1.19 update has updates. Shocking, I know. Now, some of those updates inside of this update, like the Warden, the Ancient City, for example, they're known by, like, literally everybody. You can't miss these things. Oh, boy. But some of these updates, well, some of these updates, like the subtle bow texture change or the shield frame fix, some of these updates are actually pretty small. Today, we're going to take a look at 19 sneaky updates in 1.19. Let's play a game. Down below, drop a comment with 2 updates. One of these updates is a real update, one of them is fake. To see if you can trick me and everyone else. Alright, fun. Let's go. We kick off today's occasion at the very beginning, the menu screen. Past couple updates around, we've seen changes to this menu screen right here. This time around, aside from this beautiful new menu panorama, couple new splash texts, there's nothing here. But once we make a world in 1.19, and if we enable the bonus chest, we'll be able to find the first secret update. Mangrove wood. Mangrove wood? Haha, yes, a secret new wood type in 1.19. No, but seriously, you can find mangrove wood inside of the bonus chest now. That's kind of cool. Minecarts. Minecarts are great. Most people love them. These things are super useful for so many different things, especially hopper minecarts. You set one of these things up underneath your farm, it runs and picks everything up until it stops, and then you have to break it. Well, this update around, when you break that hopper minecart, you see what just happened. The hopper minecart stays the hopper minecart. That's going to be the same for all of the other types of minecarts too. Chest minecart, when I break that thing, is chest minecart, and this thing over here, did you know that was a thing? Well, that stays a thing too. Now, that is going to mean that this recipe is now irreversible, which means once the hopper's in the minecart, you can't take it out. But if you ever set up any kind of farm, and you have minecarts running, and then you accidentally break the minecart or something like that, then you would know it's a pain to have to go and put it back together every single time. No more of that nonsense. Of course, the wild update adds a brand new variant to the swamp, the Mangrove swamp biome. Now, I'm pretty sure just about everyone knows that you can find frogs inside of this new swamp. However, did you know that you can also actually find tropical fish spawning inside of the swamp too? Maybe you're trying to set up an axolotl farm and you need a ton of tropical fish, or you just like these things? Well, the Mangrove swamp? Consider it. It's an option. You would probably think that a swamp update means the swamp gets updated. I don't know, maybe add a little bit more to the biome. Maybe change the witch hut. The witch hut is pretty lame, unchanged for the longest time, but no. Swamp update does indeed not mean swamp update. At least for the old one. But don't worry, at the same time, it kind of does. The old swamp remains completely unchanged except for one brand new jumpy mob. Maybe you really want the frog, but you're having a problem and you can't find the Mangrove swamp biome? Well, you're in luck. The OG swamp is the only biome in the entire game with a temperate frog. This type of frog right here will naturally spawn. Hello everybody and welcome to my museum. Don't touch a thing. Minecraft 1.19 adds brand new paintings to the game, unless you're Bedrock Edition. On Bedrock Edition, these paintings already exist. On Java Edition, these paintings don't really exist, to be honest, because if you want these things, then you're going to have to use a command. The command is going to look something like this, or this, or this, or maybe even that command right there. That's kind of a bummer because even though these paintings don't exactly match the aesthetics of all of the other paintings in the game, they are pretty clean looking. Minecraft 1.19 comes with a brand new, gigantic, massive structure. 1.19 structure is also now my favorite structure in the entire game, I think. This thing is just so cool. From loot to custom strange alien-feeling blocks to brand new structures, this thing has it all. This thing also has 2 exclusives, the skeleton skull and the candle. Candles are cool, but even better, skeleton skulls. This is the only structure or place in the entire game that you'll be able to find one of these things naturally. At least without charged creepers, that is. Now, there are 2 places in this entire structure that you'll be able to find the skull. The first place is the altar structure. The altar structure is the structure that, well, looks like an altar. It has that bit right there, the 2 loot chests, all of this space right here. The skeleton skull, every time, will be right back there. The main entrance is over here, right across from the skeleton skull. But sneaky developer, there's a back entrance too. They put a back entrance on this thing that leads right over to the skull. Go up the staircase, run down the hall, and skeleton skull. But that's not the only place. There's another structure in this ancient city where you'll be able to find skeleton skulls generating as well. The structure essentially looks like this right here. It's like a ruined tower thing or something, and then the skeleton skull. It'll be sitting on those blocks right there. This is also the only structure in the entire game where you'll be able to find soul sand generating in the overworld too, but I think that's enough ancient city fun facts for today. Let's go ahead and move on.
Oh man, it's safe to say the experience of the ancient city, it's a movie, bro.
But what if we wanted to make that experience even more terrifying, even more scary? Well, the developers have hooked us up with this one because directional audio is now a thing inside of 1.19. If you want to check this stuff out, first you'll have to turn it on. By default, it's up. You'll find the toggle for it inside of the music and sound settings. And genuinely, it's so cool. It makes the ancient city feel even more atmospheric. Like, I can tell exactly that the shrieker is coming from like somewhere in there right now. It's just so cool. You gotta check it out. Let's zoom our scope out a little bit, though, make it a little bit wider. Let's talk about the ancient city. If you've been active inside of the community, if you've been around the channel right now, you know the hype is at a maximum level for this structure. This thing is absolutely amazing. There are tons of interesting bits and pieces about the structure, but one of the most interesting ones is where it generates. Every single time an ancient city generates in 1.19, the base of this thing will always sit at y-52. 1.19, it doesn't come with a quick and easy way to find the ancient city, like no tool, gear, map, or anything like that, but -52, oh man, -52 is quite literally where it's at. And Sculk sensors, they're fascinating. They sense vibrations, a brand new mechanic added to the game in 1.19, and convert those vibrations into redstone signals. You can then use those redstone signals for so many different things. Lights, doors, farms, the possibilities are endless. But take a Sculk sensor, hook a comparator up to the back of the thing, and you'll be able to do even more. Comparators will sort vibration types from the Sculk sensor. So check this out, moving around, that's redstone signal of 1. Jumping around over here, that's a whole lot stronger. And then placing a block right here, even stronger than before. Breaking blocks, that's different too. The Sculk sensor plus comparator plus redstone wire plus whatever you're trying to create, well, that's a thing that's controllable by motion, which is so cool. Alright, back to the ancient city, I missed them. So the ancient city, the Warden. Absolutely terrified of the Warden, like you just don't want to see this thing, but you want to check out the ancient city? Well, you have two options, peaceful mode or brand new game rule. Game rule, do Warden spawning, set it to false, and the Warden will never spawn. Well, would you take a look at that? We're halfway through the list. Here's a quick reminder to drop a like on this video. It is must leave a like, May, and leaving a like, it will enlighten and brighten your life. Maybe you've been kind of following the development of 1.19, like you zone in, you zone out, you pay attention, then you don't pay attention for a while. Well, if that's you, big Mangrove Swamp update. 1.19 Mangrove Swamp, well, at first this thing didn't actually have very much mud, but now, well, now everything has changed. Mud will now generate in the Mangrove Swamp all the way down to the stone layer. That's going to mean you could have 5, 6, or maybe even more solid layers of mud generating inside of this thing. When you dig the mud out, you probably won't really find anything other than mangrove roots. Mangrove roots from the mangrove tree, they generate all the way down into the mud too. So if you need these things, dig out near the tree. Are advancement secret updates? Debatable. But I'd say they are if you don't know about them. So here they are. 7 advancements inside of 1.19. Advancement number 1, Allay, brings you an item. Advancement number 2, Allay brings the note block, a cake. This is a big one, with that big fancy noise. Like a true professional, I've already got this next one. Sneak next to a Sculk sensor, or a Warden. Minecraft 1.19 Frog, I am so sorry about this. Take a mob out next to a catalyst, and advancement. But maybe a better use for frogs, frog lights, especially if you care about advancements. Have every frog light color in your inventory for this next one. Breed the frogs to get a tadpole, then grab a bucket and put that tadpole inside of the bucket for an advancement. Get a couple more frogs and grow them up all across your world until you have every single frog color. Then get a couple leads, put them all on the lead, or use this command and get the other 1.19 advancement. And those are all of your 1.19 advancements. Not so secret anymore, are they? A practically ancient bug is being fixed in the 1.19 update concerning vines and soul sand. Vines can now be placed on the side of soul sand in 1.19, and so can glow lichen. That's going to mean you'll now be able to create the ugliest looking vine farm in existence. It also kind of looks like this soul, like right inside of that circle right there, is like screaming for help or something. I don't know. Please allow me to be frank, my cat. The only spawner where this next one is acceptable is the cave spider spawner. Cave spiders are absolutely vile, disgusting, despicable, not good at all. So it's okay. Do this at any of the other spawners and you're insane, but I guess if you need experience, you could do this. In 1.19, you'll now be able to use TNT to explode spawners and ores, and when you do that, you'll get experience. The experience is the new part. The explosion has been there. However, a much better use for TNT is the Wandering Trader, of course, but first you're going to have to trade with the Wandering Trader. Minecraft 1.19 adds a brand new trade to the Wandering Trader. The developers are truly kind, caring, and wholesome for this one. A Mangrove Swamp biome, it's one single new biome. Inside of this one single new biome, there's a new type of tree. But it might be a little bit difficult to find a Mangrove Swamp, especially if your world is old. Sometimes the Wandering Trader will be like absolutely scamming you, or trying to, for a Mangrove Propagule. 5 emeralds for 1 Propagule. What a steal. Haha, yes, truly, amazingly, what a deal. You don't see prices like that every day. Do you love water and you just like to see as much of the stuff as possible? Or even better, are you a monster and you want to completely ruin your friend or somebody's world? Well, here's a tip for you. In 1.19, water and leaves, they go together. You can now waterlog leaves. Take water buckets, put them inside of leaves, and you've created a complete mess all over the place. This forest? Well, this forest, it's definitely looked better. And if you're that person that just had their world ruined, don't worry. Sponge is the easiest solution. It can pick up water, even if it's inside of a leaf. Commands are pretty cool, and if you understand them and know how to use them, you can do a lot of cool things with them. 1.19 comes with 2 brand new commands that you'll need to learn how to use. The first one is the place command. The place command can do many different things, but one of the coolest things is you can use the place command to place certain structures into your world. Want a desert pyramid inside of a village? Well, the place command is definitely where it's at with that one. The place command is for bringing new things into your world. The locate command is for finding things already in your world. You can use the locate command to find different things inside of your world. Locate biome, locate POI, locate structure. This command is a cleanup of commands that already existed in the game. Locate POI though, that's completely new. You can use locate POI to find something interesting inside of your world. Like for example, the meeting point of a village, or the workstation for a specific type of villager. Of course, you'll also be able to use that new, fresh, revamped locate command to locate one of the biomes inside of 1.19, the deep dark biome. Once you make it to the deep dark biome, hang around there a little bit, look around, and you're gonna notice that something's missing. Things are quiet, like really, really quiet. That's because mobs do not spawn inside of the deep dark biome. If you're looking for a peaceful biome to build in, or I guess as peaceful as a biome made up of blocks that contain souls could be, well then the deep dark biome is the biome for you. Head over to the deep dark biome, take out all of the Sculk shriekers in the biome so the Warden doesn't appear, and you have a relatively peaceful cave biome. If you can find a deep dark biome that's inside of a big cavern like this one right here, this is potentially ideal for a cave base. The Allay is really, really cool. Once you give it an item, it'll follow you, and it'll also pick up more of those items if it can find any of those items on the ground. That's really nice. Once you give it Allay an item, you actually won't be able to hurt it. It's your friend. That's pretty cool. And if the Allay doesn't have an item and you accidentally hurt it, well, don't worry. It has natural regeneration built in. But even with all those natural protections built in, sometimes accidents happen. If you find your Allay in a bad situation and you want to save it, give it a totem of undying. It'll know how to use the totem of undying. Once it uses the totem of undying though, it won't be your Allay anymore, so make sure you quickly give it another item so it will continue to follow you. That Allay one is pretty sweet. It's a nice attention to the details on the developer's part. 19 sneaky secret updates in 1.19? That just about does it. How'd you do when it comes to knowing these updates? Did you somehow know them all, or did you know none of them? Drop your count down below. Thank you all for watching, especially if you made it to this point in the video. You're the best person in the world. I appreciate you. Drop a like if you haven't yet, and subscribe if you're new here. With 1.19 coming so soon, I've got some exciting content absolutely you don't want to miss. And subscribing, you won't regret it. This is simply one of the best, most efficient ways to never miss a video again in your life. On the end card, I'll drop another one of my 1.19 videos, so check it out. Cool video breaking down vibrations coming very, very soon. Keep your eyes out for that. It's been me, your boy. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone.